Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think that constitutes a definition of theft. But,
I think it's slander.
Theft in Arkansas requires me to try to permanently deprive you of. Page 58 in whichever version he has here. Speaking of majority of the fixed membership, the requirement to have a majority of the fixed membership can affect boards of directors if there are unfilled vacancies on the board. A majority of the fixed membership is based on the total number of board positions, not the total number of persons serving in them. In contrast, if the majority of the entire membership of the board, vacancies not counted, only those positions in which there is directors serving are considered in the total number of the board members. For example, if the board has 12 positions and 3 positions are vacant, the basis is a majority of the entire membership. The count is based on the 9 positions that are filled. Then it goes on to say, though, the majority of an entire membership is 5. However, a majority vote of the fixed membership is 7 because it is based upon all 12 directors' positions, whether or not they are filled. When the established vote is by the bylaws, take special care with how qualifications of the majority are worded. Well,
That certainly is clear as mud.
Then we have the state legislature who specifically said you take a majority of those elected for this one particular vote, but it says you take the majority of the whole, basically, in the other place for other purposes. So I believe the correct procedure would be that you're going to have 4 votes to table.
That's actually what that says. If you take the last part of that very long sentence and move it to the beginning before the predicate, that's what that says. But I'm not going to get into that.
My reading is,
I know.
I'll pass the book. Mr. Schuneman.
Ms. Hahn?
It's like I said, we're going to have to rewrite that book.
If we can get another opinion for this, because it's gray in both areas to some degree, and how do we go about doing that and not be in violation of our own, what we did with the 3 votes?
PA 65000 is the number of the White House.
If you look at it that way,
I had a lot of good that'll do.
oh goodness, it's gonna not count any way you look at it, because if the 3 to table it say no, it's gonna.
That's about the size of it, yes.
You know what
I
I'm
have
saying?
that somewhere in here.
I don't know what I'm saying.
We're trying to make sure that you guys don't do something that's not right,
Well,
not legal.
Well, that's what the law
Can we
says.
have Mr. Schoen's phone number?
Ms. Harrison?
On the discussion of ordinance 2069, it doesn't say that we're voting on it. It says that we're discussing it, which we agreed to do, was to only discuss the language and discuss it. Ray did not make, or she withdrew her motion to read the ordinance on its first reading.
But there was a
Is there
motion to
not-
table before that.
After that.
Yeah.
Is there, so you can't discuss these ordinances without putting them on a reading? Is that, I mean, that's what it says that we're going to do, though, is that we're going to discuss them.
Well, if you take that specific language, I would think of discussion coming from
That's
here.
what it says.
Then you're not going to take a vote on anything tonight.
that's right.
That's right.
Well,
Okay, hang on.
Including replacing or anything else.
2068 has already been read once. It's on its second reading.
But it was they voted to table it.
Right.
They voted to
I
table
just think we should get
2069.
another opinion. I think with 5 people sitting here, I think it changes it to some degree.
What that says, actually, if somebody makes a motion and you vote on it, you have to have 4 votes. It doesn't say, I mean, if you're just making a motion to discuss, but for instance, there was a motion made to table one of these ordinances, removing appointed officials, and the vote there was not enough. That was where you would have to have 4 votes. in order to pass that. You only had 3, then that motion to table failed, and it would be put on its first reading.
That's a fair interpretation, I think, of what the statute says.
Yeah, because that was a motion to actually perform an action. Yeah.